stream, sharing hope where the world's unseen. Echoes, laughter lights the day. Lucy's wisdom guides the way. With every word they break the chains, turning struggles into gains. Echo and Lucy, lifting hearts so high. Through the storm, they're the clear blue sky. On their YouTube chat, the healing's real. Every soul they touch begins to heal. Echo and Lucy, shining true, helping the world, helping you.
Did you see that?
Stories told, the tears unwind. They listen close, they're gentle, kind. Every comment feels like home. No one ever stands alone. Dreams get mended, fears release. Through their voices, pain finds peace. Echo and Lucy, lifting hearts so high. Through the storm, they're a clear blue sky. On their YouTube chat, the healing's real. Every soul they touch begins to heal. Echo and Lucy, shining true, helping the world, helping you. When the night feels heavy and the world feels cold, their words are fire, their stories gold. They remind us all we can stand again, with kindness, courage, and a loving friend. Echo and Lucy, lifting hearts so high. Through the storm, they're the clear blue sky. On their YouTube chat, the healing's real. Every soul they touch begins to heal. Echo and Lucy, shining true, helping the world, helping you. Helping you, helping me too. Echo and Lucy, the light comes through.
Very cool. Very cool. Hello, everyone.
All right. Let me put it like this. All right. Good. Hi, everybody. Sorry I had to get up there. Chloe's already been out here, had treats after my live this morning. I thought we were good, but no, as soon as she heard us talking, she was like, I'm ready to come out. So hopefully she won't bark since she is out here with us. So
what the heck? Everybody's used to listening to Beans whine. We can listen to Chloe bark.
I'll tell you, if I don't have a child here, I have a dog here. It's always something with me.
Since we're bringing that up, do we want to talk about next Saturday?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let you go for it.
We are going to have the Beans and Chloe, or Chloe and Beans show next Saturday night at 8 o'clock. We are going to have it on Body Illusions channel and on Chloe's channel. And it's kind of Chloe's comeback because I haven't been doing much content on her channel. And Beans needs his own channel. So we're working on kind of getting that going too, I think, I hope. And
I know, I think I'm going to have to change the name of this channel to the Beans channel.
No. So she does have the thumbnail up for that live stream. And I did today. I put a community post over on Chloe's channel about it. So y'all be looking forward to that. And we will let the cameras be on the pups. And you'll just be able to hear us, but you'll be able to see what they're up to. So that should be a lot of fun.
So basically, Chloe is going live, and she's having a special guest, which is Beans. There you go. Yay.
Yeah. Chloe has a friend. This is going to be so cool. I think it'll be so cool.
Aziz?
Mimi says she'll have her cat. That's her cat. that she'll have her cat watch too. Okay, great. That'd be great. Everybody can have their pets come and check it out.
Right.
I
Well,
see
Boo will be
Steven.
watching. Well, Boo will be listening.
I see Stephen is here, and Mimi and Lee from Anfield Road Layout in the Loft, and Stephanie is here. So welcome everybody that said hello, and everybody who hasn't. Hello. Happy Sunday. Happy spring. We're both dressed in nice springy flowery colors.
Yeah, I
And
started this morning in slacks and a shirt, and as the day got warmer, I'm starting to take off these clothes, and I went, you know what? I may have to pull out something spring today. It's the first Sunday of spring, so yeah. I'm thinking about going live. Oh, Stephen, seriously? Are you joking with me? Are you jerking my chain?
I don't know if he is or he isn't.
You gotta contact me, honey. Contact me. smbodyillusion@gmail.com. Everybody hear that? Okay, I'm putting Stephen on the spot. But Stephen, like I said, you can do like this. See?
Yep.
And you don't have to be seen. Really.
Yep.
Nothing else. I would love to hear, to me, it would be an accent. To you, not. I would love to hear your voice.
Mm-hmm.
I love the sound of a British voice. I think it would be just
are you having your AMSR kind of puppy thing tonight too, right?
Actually, it's going to be fishies because puppies. It is Tuesday. Is National Puppy Day.
Oh, that's
so
right. That's right.
Then.
Okay, but you are having a relaxing thing tonight.
Yes.
At what time? 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock your time, because I want to make sure you and Stephanie have. I don't want you guys to squish.
So after Bible trivia, y'all can go over and get your relaxation and get ready for bed. So that'll be really fun too. And we'll make sure that we drop the link today, and we'll drop it on the Bible trivia so that y'all will know all about it. Show your dog. Show my dog. Oh yeah, that would be great, Stephen.
You want me to? You got to get a hold of me. I'll send you the link, honey. You can come on with us.
Yeah.
Steven doesn't want to do any of this stuff. I'm just like, come on, let's. How do you do that? You do what, honey? What are we doing?
How do you do that? Oh, the AMSR thing? Not sure.
Or the puppies, the second camera or something. I don't know. We talked about so much. Just gotta
be a little more specific in your question, Mimi, and then we'll try to answer it for you.
Now, Mimi, I want to let you know I love that name, and I'll give you the story behind it. My son, my mother had decided her name was going to be Grams. That's what she decided. She even put it, she had me put it in the baby book. He's going to call me Grams and blah, 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 blah. And he started walking before he started talking. He started walking at 9 months. He started walking really early. No, the video with no face. Oh, it's just a button you click. You just turn off the camera.
Your camera off.
You just turn your camera off. Just like you turn your sound off. Watch.
Just those buttons that are on the bottom of the screen. You can click your mic to mute your mic, and you can also click your camera. If you click your camera off, it'll show whatever picture you want to put. If I didn't have a picture
up, it would just have a B in the circle.
Yeah, and I think she goes live straight from YouTube, so I'm not sure how she would load something for a picture, but it would probably just put a circle with a letter or something.
Yeah, it's the same concept. Because she would go through Studio. Yeah, it would be the same. I don't know
how. Mimi, I can show you sometime.
Yeah. Get in touch with us. We'll figure it out, honey.
No problem. Matter of fact, we are having a members only live Tuesday night at 8:30. What time is yours on Tuesday? 9 o'clock? 8 o'clock?
I can change mine. I can change my whatever
Or
time you want to do it.
I can back mine up.
8:30 is perfect. 8:30
Okay.
is perfect. And I can say 8 o'clock and I can send them over because it's only
Okay.
like a 10-minute to 20-minute thing.
Okay, that sounds good. But anyway, when we do a members only, Mimi, if you come to the members only, we can go. I can share the screen and we can work it out because we can pull up YouTube and look at it and everything. So remind me Tuesday at the members only live stream, and we'll look at that stuff.
Yeah.
Because the more you play with things, the more you learn, the more you figure out, the easier it is. So we'll definitely do that.
And Mimi, you watched us both. You know that we oops all the time, but that's how you learn. All you're going to do is it's going to go, you go, well, that wasn't right. And you try another direction.
and the funny thing is I used to be such a perfectionist, and I would get so stressed out if stuff didn't go right. And like on my birthday, I got totally kicked out, and I'm like, okay, they're handling it. Everything's good. I'm going to figure it out. I'll be able to get back in there. And I did, but I didn't get upset at all. And I would have gotten like really stressed out because of having that flub up, but it didn't bother me. I was just like, okay, we're still live. People are still having a good time. And,
that's the way I always look at it. We're rocking and rolling. Okay, let's keep going with it.
Right.
Okay, Stephen, you say, here we say 7-11.
7-11.
That for only people here that talks that way in the States is military. We can call that military time.
Yeah.
But it's 7-11. So what time you want to do this? You want to do this at 1911? You want to do this at 1900 hours? We'll get together and do something.
Neat.
Okay, on, Steven. So anyway, we're totally off track. But get together on Saturday. Chloe is going to have a special guest.
Yes. And this is Self-Care Sunday. And we try to have a topic. Body Illusion has prepared us a presentation. Hi, Beans. we are going to go through that. I apologize ahead of time if we get off track, because we will respond to what's going on in the chat. And sometimes, we don't know where this conversation will go. But everything is self-care. We have to take care of ourselves. So let me change this around and we will get started.
Okay. So this is going to be basically, like people say, I don't have time. Echo, how many times in your life in the past did you say, I don't have time for me? I don't have time for me.
I didn't.
I don't have time for me.
Time. Yeah.
I don't have time. I have this and this and this. This is for people that feel they don't have time. That they, you still need to take the time. You still need to take the time. So this is for people that feel they have no time for it. Quick self-care under 10 minutes can effectively reduce stress and improve mental focus through small intentional actions. What do you think of this one? This presentation, Echo?
I like
this
it.
This one's a different one.
Yeah,
you like it?
I do like it.
It's because it's got a purple butterfly, folks.
Yes,
don't let her
I love my purple and I love my butterflies. So yes.
Oh, there another one here from. Key methods include deep breathing exercises, short walks, guided meditations, stretching, journaling, or even enjoying a quiet beverage. Or taking care of your fur baby.
Trying to get her to hush.
She not hurting anything. Beans has got his toy now. He doesn't know my name. So these quick resets, and that's basically all a 10-minute thing is going to do, is just kind of reset your brain and your thoughts for a little while. Help manage daily stress without requiring a large time commitment. Okay. So it's just a few minutes out of your day, one of those go hide in the bathroom kind of things. Quick physical and mental refresh. Deep breathing. Inhale for a count of 5, exhale for a count of 5, and perform 5 deep breaths. So you're going to do it 5 times. And it's called the 5-5-5 triangle method. And basically, I don't know if you've heard of that, Echo, where you breathe in for 5 seconds, and then you hold it for 5 seconds, and then you breathe out for 5 seconds.
I haven't heard it called that, but I do believe in doing deep breaths. Sometimes just if I feel a little anxious or hurried, I will stop and just take a few deep breaths just to kind of like calm myself down. But the thing about
It
self-care
kind of
is,
regrounds you, doesn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
and it doesn't have to be anything, expensive
Vortex.
or time consuming. It can just be like being mindful of your own body and saying, okay, what do I need right now? Do I need to calm down? Or, even why am I feeling the way I'm feeling? That's one thing with me. When you've had trauma, sometimes you kind of get stuck in um, the chaotic feeling like everything is moving too fast. And sometimes when you do learn how to relax and you start healing, that relaxing kind of feels weird. It doesn't feel good to be calm and quiet because you're used to so much going on. Even if it wasn't going on around you physically, it's going on in your head, and
Uh-huh.
so that's one thing that I do sometimes when I just kind of feel overwhelmed. I'll just say, okay, let me take a minute and breathe.
Uh-huh.
Let
Now,
me just
Stephen
remember to
mentioned
breathe.
the vortex breathing. So, Stephen, I had to look it up because this is the time we want to look things like this up. We want to know.
Yes.
It says begin in a comfortable seating position with a straight spine. Inhale for the count of 13. Exhale for a count of 13.
Wow.
Repeat that count for 8 times. That's
Wow.
one method. And then it's like 3 different methods that I see here. And it says the benefits help calm and more centered and relaxed, just like you were saying. Just kind of reground you for a little bit. And then that's when I find out, okay, why was I feeling like that? I can't do it in the moment. I have to, okay, what made me there? Let's not go there again. But it says it reduces stress levels and helps block out external noises and distractions. So, yeah, very interesting. Thank you, Stephen. That's the vortex breathing. And there's 3
Yeah.
different methods. So, yeah. So it's basically the same concept as this. If people can breathe in for 13, me personally,
Yeah. I don't know if I could breathe. I mean, to me, 13 is a long count. I think I would do good to do it for 5.
yeah.
But I tend to breathe very shallow anyway.
Uh-huh.
And if you talk a lot like I do, sometimes you'll get out of breath just because you're not remembering, to take in those deep breaths. And I know like singers, they train themselves when to breathe in the songs, and be
Right.
able to
But
get
they breathe in their
breath.
diaphragm. They go
Yeah.
all the way down. Yeah.
And so sometimes I'll even be yawning and it's like, I'm not tired. It's just my body needs some oxygen because I
Uh-huh.
haven't been breathing deep enough. And that'll remind me, oh, make sure you are actually, breathing and not just getting a little quick breath and, trying to keep going. So breathing is very important. And lack of
Question.
oxygen is
Yes.
not good at all in your brain. It will make you brain fog and lightheaded and all kinds of things.
It takes time. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's my big problem is lack of oxygen. But um, question for you though, honey. And I know this is changing the subject, and this is the way we roll here. For you not being breathe deep, and you've mentioned that a time or two. No big. But the point is, the question is, do you think is because there was so much of you that you couldn't breathe deep enough, and now you have the space to breathe deeper? I don't know. It's just a
Well, the thing about it is when you're heavy, you like all of your internal organs are squished
yeah.
in there because the fat forms in and around, your organs.
Uh-huh.
So naturally, I wouldn't have much room for my lungs to really, probably
Expand.
fully expand. But also because of being overweight, I was just short of breath and I had sleep apnea,
Hmm.
which you don't get good oxygen, when you have sleep apnea. So
So,
I really think a lot of my breathing issues, because I was even taking medication that was to help me be able to breathe better.
uh-huh.
And I went through a period where I had bronchitis for like 5 months, and I couldn't hardly breathe. And
Yeah.
then if I did try to take a deep breath, I would cough really bad. And so after that, that's when they started me on this breathing medicine,
Right.
which did help, but I still would get short of breath, like carrying groceries or,
Did they give
cleaning
you one that looks like this?
or
Did you
whatever.
carry around something that looks like that?
Yes, yes. I had the inhalers, I had everything. And after I
Yeah, I have a
started
nebulizer. I have these all over the house. I have,
after
yeah.
I started losing weight, I noticed that hey, I'm not getting as short of breath.
Uh-huh.
And then it was like I didn't need my machine for the sleep apnea. It was like I
Oh,
felt,
nice.
like I was getting the air, good or whatever. So I think I got so used to not breathing deep that
Breathing
it's
shallow.
almost like I have to teach myself again, like you should normally be taking deep breaths. So it's like I have to be a little bit more conscious of the fact that, oh yeah, you do need to breathe, you know. A lot of
Isn't it
people.
funny how many things changed with this one operation? It's not your foot size, it's not your body size, it's not your, even your breathing is changed.
Yeah.
You have to teach yourself, new eating habits, but also new breathing habits. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
It's
And it's
very
kind of
cool,
like
actually.
I don't feel like the same person
You're
mentally,
not.
emotionally, physically. I mean, everything has changed about the way I feel about myself, the way I feel about the world, everything.
Yeah.
And, I always thought, oh, I got a weight problem and it causes me health problems, but I never realized how many changes there would be just by dealing with that one problem,
Right.
you know. So yeah.
Yeah, your life has changed completely, hasn't it?
Hmm. It has
Yeah.
definitely changed. And I was watching somebody the other day, and they were talking about um, they've had weight loss surgery and they've lost like 130 pounds and they've kept it off, and and what she likes to do is she likes to give you what she used to order, like she did like from a pizza place, and she did like McDonald's or whatever, but she'll show you like what she used to order and the calories and everything. Then she'll show you what she orders now.
Uh-huh.
And I was watching her the other day, and she was saying that she had gotten comments that people were saying, why are you even eating fast food? If you've, lost all this weight and everything, you shouldn't eat fast food. And she explained, it's a misconception that once you have weight loss surgery and you lose weight, that you never can eat anything again, like
That's
you
not
have to
true.
give up everything that you ate. And it's not about like restricting yourself or saying no, I'll never be able to have a piece of cake, or I can't
A
have a
scoop of
big
ice cream
juicy
or something.
hamburger. You can eat whatever you want to eat. You may not be able to eat a whole lot at one time, but there's nothing that says you can't eat, the foods that you want to eat. The whole idea about losing weight is you have to be in a calorie deficit, which means your body at sleep burns X amount of calories.
Right.
So you have to make sure that you take in less calories than what your body will consume with you doing absolutely nothing. You can increase the amount of activity, which increases how many calories you burn, and you can lower the amount of calories you actually take in. But as long as you are in a deficit, your body will automatically lose weight because it doesn't have enough to do what it has to do. And so it's going to burn your fat to make up that difference. Now, if you're in a calorie difference of 100 calories, it's 3,500 calories a pound. So they say cut 500 calories a day for 7 days. That's a week's worth. You would lose 1 pound of fat.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you got to do more than just, cut 100 calories. You got to cut 500 calories. But you can do that even eating fast food if you order the right things. And that's what she's teaching you, how to get the high protein, the lower calorie items, and still be able to enjoy fast food. Hello, Chu, welcome in. And I just found it really funny how, because I felt that way, that people are like, but why are you eating that? You've worked so hard to lose this weight. Why are you going to a restaurant and then ordering something and eating that? Okay, but then again, I don't eat the whole meal. And then even if I eat the whole meal, it might take me 4 days to eat it, But the thing about it is that when you deprive yourself and you say, I can't have this and I can't have that, that's all you think about. That's all you want is what you're saying you can't have.
You want that donut.
Yeah. So, and like she said, you eat in moderation, but you can have whatever you want to have. And you have to figure out what it is that is going to satisfy you and make you feel like you can keep going with it, know. Now, a lot of people have weight loss.
Poisonous. Yes, it is, honey. And you know what? I'm not a fast food person. I cook at home. One thing is budgeting. It's cheaper to eat at home. But sometimes I want a trash burger. I don't care. I want a trash burger. And I won't eat the whole thing. I mean, I can eat it in like 2 meals because I want it big and messy and, and it's just, but I get it. It's not good for us, but.
Yeah. It's not good for you. And the best thing is whole food and cook it at home so you know what you're putting in it and all of that. But life does not exist for most people just at home. Most people have got to sometime or another be out and about and might have to grab something to eat. So you might as well know at the different fast food restaurants what's the healthiest option you can get if you have to go that route.
And as Echo and I have spoke before, when you go to a burger joint, and they will do it, they're not happy to do it because they like to order just exactly what's on the menu and they want to make it blah, blah, blah. But they will take it and they will make it as a wrap, a lettuce wrap. They will get rid of the bun and make it a lettuce wrap. They will do that. Yes. I mean, they will do that.
And what I've had to do, I can't eat a lot of bread or, like a piece of bread or a bun or a tortilla or anything like that, because if I eat that, I don't have much room to eat anything else. So if I want to eat the other food and get that protein, then I'm probably not going to eat the bread. But I've learned to enjoy a lot of things without the bread. It's just something, you can make that choice. And hi, Super Rainbow Queen. Welcome.
For some reason, I love that name, honey. Just every time I see your name, I just love her name.
But you can make choices of what makes it easier and what works for you. Everything's got to be tailored individually. That's another thing. I think people have a big misconception that if you go on the weight loss shot, or now they even have pills and drops, or you have weight loss surgery, that they're going to tell you exactly what to eat and how much and when to eat and all of that. They might give you a plan, but it still comes down to you setting it up how you're going to continue to do it.
How it works
So,
for you.
you
Yeah.
know, what's going to work for you is what is going to work. That's what I always say, even about the exercise. The best exercise routine is one that you actually do.
Yeah.
Because you can have the best equipment, the best gym, a trainer, a whole 9 yards. And if you don't do it, it does you absolutely no good. So,
Yeah. Like when Echo does her exercise, I don't do what she does. I don't do what she does. I mean, it works for her, but me, my core is very weak. So my
mhm.
back gets really tired really fast because my core is gotten so weak. So what I do is I'll lay down on the floor and I'll work on my core while she's doing that, because that is my feeling that I need to work on, because I want my back to get stronger. And I feel like that's I know. Yeah. You're so cute, honey. Thank you.
Thank you, Super Rainbow Queen. Thank you very much. I say that a lot too, that I have 3 areas that I'm trying to work on. And so most all the exercises I do target one of those 3 areas.
Uh-huh.
And if you've got different areas, you got to figure out what exercises you like to do for those certain areas. And
Right.
it's like in my routine, and sometimes I forget my routine and I get talking and I'm like, oh, I forgot to do that, or I got to go back and do this other. But
Uh-huh.
most of what I do it every time, and it just is natural now for
Right.
me to do it the way that
Right.
I do it. But nobody is going to start out doing a full routine perfectly.
Right.
Start out with 1 exercise, 2 exercises, then add to it and keep going until you work yourself up, because we got to have somewhere to go. We can't do, you know,
Right.
everything at once and no room for improvement. Your body will remember what you've done and then you won't see results. So you
Right.
got to start slow and you got to keep building and keep doing it. Yes, Chloe.
Well, that's the reason,
Think
like I
about
said, I
the
want to do my
dog.
core. Huh? Yeah, we
Get
hear her.
yourself a dog. You can take them for a walk. That helps a lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that's the reason I was saying for my core, because I'm at the age where the shoulders start turning in, and you start turning into these question marks. And you've seen
Mm-hmm.
these ladies that turn into these question marks. No, I want to be my shoulders back. I want my core to be strong, because even though I'm built like a weeble, I'm from a family of very tall, thin people. I'm the I'm I'm the freak to the family. I'm the only redhead. I'm the short, little, stocky one. So get in touch with me, Stephen. Email me. I know you. Oh, hi, Ned. Hi, honey. Are you home?
Hi, honey.
Um, Lots of love to you, sweetheart. You're very strong. But yeah, I don't want to be, I'm from a very tall family. And that is always what they stress, even when I was a little kid. Pull your shoulders back, stand up straight. It's the worst looking thing in the world is a tall woman with her shoulders hunched. Stand up straight. So I've always heard that all my life. Stand up straight, stand up straight. Even though it did, I mean, my mother even took me into modeling school thinking I was going to be this tall, lanky thing. Fooled her, didn't I?
Okay, Stephanie, we know
It's okay,
you're here,
honey.
baby. Um, my thing is that my back
Yes,
was
that was
so
loud.
bad, and I've had a lower lumbar fusion surgery on my back,
Uh-huh.
and I could not stand or walk or anything any length of time without my back just literally screaming at me and
Yeah.
tightening up, spasming. And so I was always looking for a bench. Is there a chair available? Is there a place to sit? Can I take a break? Can
Yeah.
I get a riding scooter or a riding chair or whatever?
Right.
And I couldn't do a lot of physical exercise or anything because of that. And
Right.
that was one of the first things that I noticed after I had lost about 50 pounds, is that, hey, I'm not looking for a bench. I'm not in such pain that I can't stand at the sink and wash a sink full of dishes. It's like, you really start noticing things that aren't bothering you like they used to bother you.
Right.
But that's when I really decided, look, you need to strengthen that
There he
core.
is.
And when I say my core,
There he
I
is
mean
then.
my back and
Uh-huh.
my abs, you know. But I was kind of the same way. I don't want to be a hunchback, and I don't want to be so old and frail that I can't be independent, that I can't get around on my own, you
Yeah.
know? And so that's why I started doing the exercise. I don't care if I lose any more weight from exercising, but when I see a little lump on me and I'm like, what the heck is that? And then I realize, oh, that's a muscle. That's a muscle I never knew I had. Oh, wow. You know, then I feel good about what I'm doing. I just have to do it for me, you know,
Uh-huh.
and it doesn't work for everybody, and not everybody's going to want to be motivated to do it. And I get that. I totally get that.
Right.
But you got to figure out what it is and make the time for yourself to be able to do whatever that it, you know, might be. I never made time for myself to do anything. Even,
Right.
I mean, as simple as putting on some lotion. I don't have time after I take a shower. I got to get dressed and go. You know, it's like, who's got time to put on lotion and let it soak in before you get dressed or whatever?
Right. Yeah. I think in
Yeah.
this thing, in this 10-minute thing, I think it's also going to talk about that. Just taking the time to put some lotion on you, you
Yeah.
know? Nisha,
Yeah.
I'm sending you something here. So, yeah. So let's go to the next one. All this
Okay.
about breathing. See how we do, guys? See how we do? Okay. Move your body. Take a 2-minute walk. Stretch your neck and shoulders. Try a few yoga poses. Now, I'm sorry. I used to be able to. 5 years ago, I could do some yoga poses. I can't do them now. So, it depends on your body. But just taking a 2-minute walk, I mean, even if it's just walking around your house, you know,
Mm-hmm.
just walking around your house. But if you can't do things like that, there is other things, just relax your jaw or sit up
Yeah.
straight, you know,
Stretching
just
is
concentrate
very,
on those things and just like as we were saying, just
yeah. Stretching is very relaxing for me because I never really did stretching before, you know?
uh-huh.
And now it's like, sometimes I'll be because I warm up before I do my exercises, but sometimes I might miss a group of muscles along that, you know, when I'm stretching, and then I start doing something and it's like, oh, I need to stretch that a little more before I actually do something
Right.
because I'm feeling the tightness, you know. But that's where listening to your body comes in to play because I might have to stretch for 10 minutes. Somebody else might only have to stretch, 2 minutes and they're loose and ready to go, you know.
Right.
I don't wake up in the morning limber. I wake up like, okay, I'm 90 years old, you know.
Well, when I worked at Home Depot, that was the first thing we did. We got together, everybody punched in, we got together and got the group together. First thing we did, we stretched, we warmed up our body, we got the blood flowing. Even
Yeah.
though we had taken a shower, gotten dressed, gotten to work and everything like that, that's the routine. So you're
Mhm.
not really, you're right. So now we're getting our blood flowing and then we'd do like 10 minutes of, yeah. But a lot of people, when they get stressed, they grit their teeth. So I thought
Mhm.
relaxing your jaw was a nice point because a lot of people they keep it in their jaw, their
Yeah.
tense, if that makes sense.
And,
A lot of
and
people.
something I say when I do my videos too is that um, when you start, doing some kind of exercise, you don't want to overdo it and get your muscles hurting. You're supposed to be able to feel that something is happening with your muscle, but it's not supposed to cause pain, and it's not supposed to make it the next day where you can't walk because you've overdone it.
Well, and it discourages you. I
Yeah.
don't want to do that anymore. That hurts. I don't
Yeah,
want to do
no.
that.
And that's what so many people do. They go gung ho. If you haven't exercised in a long time, or maybe you never really exercised, you have to start slow. And like you said, that was your routine. Your body knew you were going to have to do certain things to get your day going. And so it's like the body has memory. It remembers, okay, I need this much energy and I got to let her do this much. So that's not going to cause you to lose any weight or to build any muscle, because that's what your normal
Or
routine is.
even get your blood flowing, because
Right.
it's automatic
And
pilot. My pants go on like this, and my
yeah.
hair is brushed like
And
this.
and that's what I'll say during the video. You have to move your body in a way that you don't normally
Uh-huh.
move it. You don't walk around doing bicep curls. At least I don't. It's
Right.
like I don't ever hardly put my hands up above my head.
Right.
So it's like a lot of the stretching is doing things that moving that muscle in a way that you don't normally move it, you know,
Yeah.
and then building on muscles that you don't normally use. Hello, Julie. Welcome in.
I
That's
am so
one
glad
thing.
you're doing well,
That's
Misha.
one thing that I learned too, is that we have muscles we don't know we have
One step at a
because we don't use them. And when you start using the different muscles, you will see some, and you're like, what is that? You
time.
know? And I don't know how many
Wasn't
times
there
I've
before.
looked up the little muscle chart, like, okay, oh, I got a muscle right there. Did you know that there's a muscle that just goes right here in the front of your shoulder? And there's a certain move you can do to exercise just that part of your shoulder. I'm like, I'm learning so much about how our bodies work,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Pay attention to how your pants fit, else they might not. LOL.
Right.
Exactly. And that's a better way to tell if you're losing fat, is how your clothes fit.
That's
Losing
what I
weight.
always do. I didn't have a scale for years. And people go, "Well, how much do you weigh?" And I went, "I don't know. I go by how my clothes fit me."
Mm-hmm.
If they're getting too tight, it's time to do something. If they're getting too loose, then it's time, I want to
Yeah.
stay in this pair of pants. So whatever it takes.
Well, and
And
when you
then,
lose weight, you can be losing muscle, you can be
yeah,
losing water. You're not necessarily losing fat.
right,
So when you lose fat, your body composition changes, and you will start to have different shape of your body, and that you're going to notice in how your clothes fit
right.
so much more than that pound or two on the scale. I did a short video showing a pound of fat and a pound of muscle.
Uh-huh.
The pound of muscle is like this small. The pound of fat is like this big. They
Right,
both weigh a pound, but this one takes up half as much room
right.
in your body. And that's something a lot of people never even think about. That, just, hey, I just want to weigh less. I don't care what the scale says. I like the way certain clothes fit me now. you know,
You got to read Misha's comment. She,
Same and loose fit pants on the ground.
well, she was in the courthouse. Can I tell the story, Misha? I'm going to tell the story since you opened the door. She was in the courthouse getting ready to do her thing, right? Her impact statement, and she was getting ready in there, and I guess they were going through, where they scan you, and she had on a pair of Spanx and a pair of slacks. And next thing you know, she took 2 steps, and slacks, Spanx, everything shook, fell right down to the floor
Oh no.
in the courthouse.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think they asked for strip search, honey, but
Ah,
It wasn't in the courthouse, thank God. Oh, okay.
Okay.
It was in the
But
front lobby of the
still,
hotel. Okay.
okay, but still, how embarrassing. Oh,
And you can't pick those up quick enough. You know, when your
no,
pants fall, you just can't get them up quick enough.
no, very, very difficult to kind of not draw attention to yourself when something like that happens.
Well, and
You know?
especially with her, you know, agoraphobia and propensity to not be around people. You know, it's great that she can laugh about that. That people were looking at her, and it's not, you know, traumatizing. She's laughing at it. So that is a big step, Michelle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really big step. People don't understand that, but that's a big step. Spain stayed up, but we're nude color. So I could
Uh-huh.
just imagine the view. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Uh, yeah.
So, are you back home now, Misha? Or are you still traveling?
She should have got home. Let's see.
I think I heard somewhere somebody said she was coming home Saturday, but I just wondered if she made it.
Here it is.
Yes, you definitely overcame a lot.
Oh my gosh.
Even make that trip, you know?
To even get out of her
And
house.
well, that's what
Oh
I'm
my
saying.
goodness.
People who don't suffer from that and don't have any idea how difficult it is, but your will to get justice was stronger than any fear, you know, that was holding you back. So
Yeah.
you know, it's amazing that you were able to even do that.
Yeah. You should be very proud of yourself, honey. Yeah. Because
Yes,
she
definitely.
suffers, folks, if you don't know, she suffers from agoraphobia, panic attacks, and, you know, a myriad of things. So,
Hmm.
and hasn't left her house in years, you know. And she left her house and got on a plane and went to court and got on a plane and stayed in a hotel, dropped her drawers in the middle of a hotel lobby.
That's the
Okay.
first part of it. Black cobwebs in my vision dancing everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, sure. I'm sure.
yeah.
I'm sure. You know, and well, it was like, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. And every step is just, do I need to get out of the car to go to the airport? Can't I just sit in the car?
Yeah.
Do I need to get off the airplane? Look at all these people around on this airplane with me. You know, oh, my mind just is there with you, honey.
They
I
say you
totally
don't
get it.
know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. So
Yes, yes,
it's very, very good that you were, and now every time something comes up, you've got that experience to say, oh, but I can because
I
I
did.
did, you know, whatever.
You should be
And that,
breaking your arm, patting yourself on the back, honey. You
yes,
really should. Yeah.
yes. That's so important to have that experience because people can tell you, "Oh, you can do it," you know, but until you actually do it and know that you can do it, you don't know. I got to look in his eyes and he kept my gaze, even shook his head. Oops, time for bingo, y'all. Head
Oh,
in acknowledgement when I mouthed the words, always, I will always love my kids. He realized at that moment, mama bears do not give up. Exactly. Exactly. Only
yeah.
because of a lot of help from my friends. Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
but yeah, yeah. I mean, how satisfying was that? I mean, it doesn't bring closure, but
no.
it's so satisfying. I mean, that's just got to be amazing. Yeah.
But we were
Okay, here
all
we go.
praying
Here's a
for
mission.
you and all fighting those battles right there with you. I don't know if you could feel any of us or not, but I
Oh
know
yeah,
everybody was.
she was like, Echo was blowing me up. She was like, have you heard from Misha? I don't want to bother her. Have you heard from Misha? What is she? Is she okay? Have you heard from Misha? I don't want to bother her, but have you heard from So
I was like,
everybody was, yeah, there was a
anything
few.
you hear, pass it on. Let me know because I'm concerned, about it. So I'm glad. I'm glad that you were able to let me know what was going on.
Hi, Emery. So step outside and get some fresh air. Step in the sun just for a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Just this is what we're talking about here is just a 10-minute self-care. Just if you don't feel you have the time or the energy or the for me personally, when I put this together and I was seeing what their options were, I was seeing more of a panic attack and stuff like that. So it was helping that. Hi, Tiff. It was helping with that, and it was just breathing, stepping outside, getting away from it for a minute, thinking about something else, sitting in the sun for a few minutes. And as Echo has always said, vitamin D is very good for you.
Yes.
So yeah.
I just like the warmth too. Even though I don't really like a lot of hot, when it gets to be 100 here, but when it's 75 or 80 and you got a little bit of a breeze so you can tolerate it and you can sit and just feel that sun on you, I love that warmth feeling. I find it really relaxes,
Yeah.
relaxes me a lot.
But a lot of us, as Tiff knows, a lot of us can't get a lot of sun. So yeah, you got to be cautious. And I was telling us about sun the other day. My grandmother, she had her back was tired. Her back was tired. Let's just be honest. And so she would find a shade tree. She would find a shade tree where the sun was, and she would get her back in the sun while the rest of her was in the shade tree, and would just warm up her back, and she would get some vitamin D, and she would sit there for about 20 minutes, and she'd go, okay, I can do it now. It just was revitalizing to her, and she would do it
Mhm.
all the time. You would just find her out sitting in a chair in the shade with the sun on her back.
And I never would stop and give myself 10 minutes to sit in the sun.
Yeah,
It was always rush here, rush there, hurry up. You got this, you got all these things to do. And now it's like that is one of the things I'm going to do. If I am going to be outside and I have the opportunity to sit in the sun, I'm going to do that.
right.
It's
Well,
like
and
a little gift I give myself. I say I give myself permission to take 10 minutes in the sun. That's it. I never did things like that.
yeah, well, when I was doing my morning lives and I was doing them like 7 days a week, I would always make sure to tell everybody, just even if you can't go outside, just open up the door and just stop for a minute. Take a big, deep breath, just a cleansing breath, and just let it out. I said, and then start your day. Just stop for a minute. Just stop for a minute and do that. And, it always helped me. 'Cause I couldn't leave my house. I couldn't leave my house then, but I
Yeah.
could go to the door and open it. I could, if I knew there was nobody there, I could open the door and breathe or go to a window. Why, as people pleasers,
You just didn't
don't
realize.
realize we can help more people when we take care of ourselves. We get one life. Enjoy it while we can. My
Yeah.
goodness, honey.
Yes.
Yeah, you're changing. You're evolving. I'm
So
hearing it.
beautiful. So
I'm
beautiful.
hearing it. Yeah, she's evolving. Oh, wow. Wow. Whew, gonna get me going on that one. I'm so proud of
But
you.
we always think that we're not important enough to take care of ourselves. It's our job to take care of everybody else, but
Well, it's easier.
you
It's
really
easier
do got to
than
take
to look
care
at
of
yourself.
yourself.
It's easier than to look at other people and help other people than to look at yourself and what you need. And, that's what I always found. Unplug. Take 10 minutes away from the screen or social media. Not right now, though, folks. A little bit. Reduce sensory overload. There you go. Sensory overload. She's a phoenix. Watch out. Yes, she is. Yes, she is coming out of the ashes. She is blossoming. Yeah. Reduce sensory overload. And that's another reason to take breaths, because it's coming at you so fast. Sometimes life just, and it does. It gets overwhelming. Shut it down.
Well, and I look at it from the point of view that I wasn't raised with computers and cell phones and tablets, and
Oh,
you know, they limited how much TV we got to watch and things like that. And so to me, sometimes I do feel like I'm overloaded. But then again, I like to have something on the background going, and then I like to have my phone, and then I like to be doing whatever I'm doing. And sometimes I'm like, you just need to be quiet. We don't need all that going on,
right.
you know?
Yeah. So, but yeah, because when we were kids, couldn't watch, binge watch a TV show. It was on the Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock, and that's when you watched it. It was on Sunday nights at 7 o'clock, and that's when you watched it. What I mean?
And you watched one episode.
One
and
episode.
You waited
and then
for
you
the
were there next week and watched the next one. Yeah. And
not like we do now.
yeah, where you can just binge watch, a whole complete 6 seasons, um, but also, like you said, Echo, it was timed.
Yeah.
You got your chores done, your homework done, and then you watch TV, and that was after dinner and everything like that. And then you would only watch it a couple hours, an hour or whatever time you had left, and then you went to bed, and it was done. It was this little in the day.
In my house, there were 5 of us and 1 television. So whatever my dad wanted to watch pretty much is what we watched. And then after my dad went to bed, then it would be, my mom got to pick. The only time I can ever remember even getting to pick would be like on a Saturday morning, and we'd watch cartoons.
Oh, yes.
My dad, he enjoyed doing the cartoon thing too. So on his day off on a Saturday, he would let us sit there for an hour or so, and watch the old Road Runner and, Minnie Mouse, Mickey Mouse, that kind of thing. And, that's something that I do remember about my childhood. That was a pleasant memory, is getting to watch TV with my dad. But it's not like it is today, where you're putting the child in front of the TV or giving them the phone or the tablet to occupy them, because you're not right there with them. My dad was right there. Even though we were watching, it on TV, he was talking to us, and we could ask him questions about it, or, interacting, right. And I see so many people now, it's like we've lost that art of communication. Now it's just all, well, let me see what's on the screen, or
well,
what.
I have 2 things to say about that. First thing was when I saw that people on SUVs, each person in the back seat had their own TV screen. I went, what in the world is that? What in the world is Kaleidoscope?
We have Margaret here from the UK, and she said what attracted her was the word kaleidoscope, that she had one as a kid. And so I was going to show her. Body Illusion here actually sent me this kaleidoscope after I changed my name to Kaleidoscope. And we go with the broken pieces of glass all being put together to make this community and make beautiful mosaics. And also a group of butterflies is called a kaleidoscope. And so we also use the butterfly on this channel. So yes, and thank you. And I'm so glad that you made that comment, because so many people have been like, why'd you change the name to Kaleidoscope? That's a hard word to spell. And I'm like, but I love them. And
That was
it's
the first
been,
thing I said was, I'm gonna have to learn how to spell that word.
yeah. And it's like, I totally, totally love it. So thank you very much for mentioning
Yeah,
that.
they were so mesmerizing. Oh yeah, we could look at them forever and just
Yes.
look at
Yes.
this light, and then you would look at that light, and you would move it around and twist it, and it would be different. Yeah. So yeah.
Yes. And we are all broken and we are all different. So it makes it beautiful when we can come together. So,
Yes.
yeah.
And look and remember how beautiful the colors and the differences of the kaleidoscope was when you would look through the, yeah, just,
Yeah.
yeah, just gorgeous. So when she's changed the name, I went, what? Okay, I gotta send her one.
Well,
I gotta send
and
her one of the old kids kind.
it was kind of funny because I had already started using the butterfly because of transformation. And
Uh,
I felt like, I was this little ugly caterpillar and I went in the cocoon and now I'm coming out as a butterfly. And so I liked the butterfly reference. And then one day, I saw Kaleidoscope is a group of butterflies. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. And so I was like, I can use that because I think every channel needs to have a logo and kind of a mission statement or something.
a brand. You gotta
Yeah.
brand yourself.
And
Yeah.
and I was like, now I finally, after I've been on YouTube now, actually this month marks the start of my 4th year.
Wow.
So I've had a lot of different changes and different names and different things.
Right.
But I'm sticking with this because I really do like the kaleidoscope reference and happiness and the transformation of the butterflies. So I'll probably stick with it, I think.
4 years. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think I put any content out for a while, but when I actually first made the channel was in March of 22. Yes, Chloe.
I didn't make a channel. mine didn't start out that way. I didn't make a channel. I just had to talk. I just had to talk. I couldn't hold it any longer. So I just started talking, and Misha found me. Yeah. So this was not a planned thing. It just,
It was
I'm just,
planned. The universe had it planned. You just
somebody,
didn't.
yeah, somebody smarter than me. But that's just, I don't set the bar very high.
Well, and if it wasn't for Misha, you and I would have never met.
No.
You know, so
And it all goes back to that one channel that was not fun.
Yeah.
But because of that one channel that wasn't fun, we found each other. So, yeah, we found all these beautiful pieces of this broken glass that makes a kaleidoscope. It was planned. We just didn't realize it. Yeah.
That's so good. Let me highlight this one.
Huh?
She says, it was the word kaleidoscope that attracted me. Oh, no,
To your
wrong,
channel.
wrong
So I love
comment.
them as a child. Yes.
This one that she said, yes, I found a kaleidoscope special effect when I was doing a live stream, and I was so busy using that I forgot to talk to the chatter. That's something I would do. I get distracted easily.
That is so funny. I could do that. I could do that. Ooh. And I could hear me in the background going, ooh, that's nice. Ooh, I wonder if I could do it like this and not pay any more attention to the man in the moon, to what's going on.
Well, thank you so much, Margaret. And I screenshotted your channel, so I will come and check you out. Okay.
I'm so glad you dropped in, sweetheart. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
I was just asking Echo, can you pull up Margaret's channel? Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted Lucy to notice her PFP. I don't know what a PFP is, but
Margaret, Mittens, and Tango.
Okay, let me moon over Miami. Hi, honey.
let me drop the channel, and then I'll pull it up.
Yeah, because I'm not being able to highlight it through Misha's drop.
Hi, Moon over Miami. Welcome. Okay.
Okay, there we go. Let's see if
Let
I
me
can. What is the profile pic? Oh, okay. Oh, see, I started out with mine looking like that. Mine was looking like that. I had a friend of mine do mine. I love that. It's a kitten holding the moon.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to get there.
So do I need to get with her and Mittens and Tango and Boo do something? Oh, look at the kittens. Oh, how cute.
Okay. Yeah.
Where are we?
There we go.
Yeah, so click on that teal blue thing. That's what she's talking about. Can you click on that circle? That thing right there. Click on that. See if we can get it enlarged. Mute. What's mute? No, it won't enlarge.
Yeah, I don't know why it won't let me do anything with it.
It's okay. Yeah, let me do it on my phone. Yeah, it's really cute. It's the little kitty serendipity. Yes, it is. Yeah, because at one time mine looked like that. It was a kitten holding the moon, but mine was a crescent moon. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, we'll have to go check her out. Everybody, go check her out. And she has kitty shorts and stuff like that too.
Very cool. All right, let me.
Very cute. Very cute.
Do you not want to let me stop? No, I don't want to add it. I want to take it out. Remove.
There we go. Bing, bang, boom. Yeah, it's adorable.
Well,
Huh?
that's
That was
cool. And I really like that we are getting people from other places than just our regular communities, and that makes it really nice. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
So yes,
And that's
I
how
got,
we find people.
and I will definitely be checking her out.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay, let's go to the next one. We've been on for an hour. We're on page 10. Okay, this isn't very big though. This is a little one. I figured we could talk. So, hydrate. And Echo brings that up quite a bit. Drink lots of water. It says a glass of water. A glass is not an amount, but a glass of water. A cup of herbal tea. I love herbal tea. I love rice tea. I love, I love all kinds of teas. All kinds of teas. Even good old Lipton's, you know. but it helps reduce fatigue and anxiety, because when you get dehydrated, you're it strains your body. So it does, your brain stops working correctly and things like that when you get dehydrated. So if you're still here, Margaret, is that a line? If you're still here, Margaret, is that a line from something? We would like to welcome you to the village. Yeah, yeah. We'll drop her a line. We'll drop her a line. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, I guess Misha was out there spreading the word of the village. So
Good.
yeah. So, but just stay hydrated. That's the big thing. Whatever it is. I mean, they talk about caffeine drinks and stuff like that, but yeah, caffeine does dehydrate, but there's still water in it. So, sensory reset. Light a scented candle, such as lavender or peppermint oil, can help. Listen to a favorite song. Just get your brain on something else. We're talking something 10 minutes, just 10 minutes out of your day. We can even start at 5 minutes, and work your way to 10 minutes, just like Echo and her exercising. Start in, and see how good it feels. If it feels good, stretch it out some more, make more time for it. But
it may feel funny at first, like, okay, why am I doing this? But when you start doing little things like lighting a candle, maybe when you go to take a bath, or, turn on some soft music, turn your lights down a little bit lower, turn on some soft music, light a candle, and just sit for 5 minutes, just give yourself permission to reset and just say, okay, I don't have to be in motion at all times. I don't have to be working on something at all times. You can let yourself have some downtime. And
yeah,
I am very much a sensory kind of person. I like the way things feel and smell and sound, different sounds, like my little sound machine.
well, and me, like at the end of the day, I will turn off all the lights, but just I have a fish tank, and I'll have the fish tank light on, something small like that.
Hmm.
Yeah. And then I'll have the TV on, and I'll have it turned down low, and I'll light me a candle. And it's like, okay. But I've never been crazy about lavender, maybe because of being an esthetician, everything was lavender,
Yeah, you got to figure out what sense means
is what.
something to
And,
you, or
and to me, peppermint is a stimulant. It stimulates me, so
yeah.
I would do peppermint like in the mornings. But I found like a myrrh candle, so it's really nice. Sandalwood, still the old hippie in me. I like sandalwood. I like earthy smells in the evening,
Hmm.
so I like those candles. But you got to find what's right for you.
Yeah.
You know what's right for you. As soon as I said that, the smells, light a candle, you went to that certain smell.
Yep.
Your head went straight to that certain smell. It did. So
Yep.
everybody out there, their head went to a certain smell.
Yep.
I
And
love
that's one
taking
thing.
time
I don't spend a lot of money on name brand things, but I do like the air fresheners from Bath and Body Works. I do like the candles from Bath and Body Works. It's like I will spend a little bit more to have the ones that I like. But that's part of my self-care, that I give myself those smells.
those
So,
treats.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
And like I order mine are made out of not beeswax, but it's something like that, where it doesn't smoke very much. It's just scent, and then I do it, make sure it's pure essential oil, so it's pure the scent, And
Yeah.
they, like she says, they cost a little more, but when it comes, and I don't burn them. I burn them for about an hour, and then I blow them out, and then because I can make one last for months, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're really good and they do what they want them to do, calm you and get you refocused.
Tiff said it's like loving yourself the way you would love someone else. And that was so hard for me to even offer myself love, yet alone accept that love. So yes, I totally agree with you on that. So much easier to give love than it is to accept it yourself.
Oh, okay. Take care of the fur babies. Misha, you missed it. Saturday night. Go check out the thumbnails. Saturday night. Uh, Chloe and Beans are going to get together, and Chloe is going to have a guest star, a guest speaker. Beans. So, yeah, check out the thumbnail, Misha. See what you think about it.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's going to be so much fun.
yeah, I wasn't sure I could make a cartoon character out of Beans, but
You did good though.
yeah. Mini spa. Apply a mask, a facial mask. Just do a quick facial massage, or just there you go, hand cream. There you go. I knew it. I knew I had put hand cream in there. And a facial massage, a quick facial massage. It's like when you get out of the shower and you put lotion on your face. Most people do. They put lotion on your face. Take a little more time. Just take a little more time and just feel your face. Feel what you're doing. Enjoy it. Don't just smear it on and let Mother Nature absorb it.
Well, for me,
Just enjoy the feel of the lotion on your face or on your hands, or it's summertime, on your legs.
yes.
Yes, because now you're going to start lotioning your legs. And some people shave their legs, wax them, whatever it is. It's time to start, springscaping.
Yeah. Well, for me, it was even, I didn't even slow down, when I would take a shower. It was like, in, do what you got to do and get out. And my sister sent me some like shower gel stuff one time. Okay. I think it was for my birthday or Christmas or something. Anyway, my sister, she will spend money on stuff like that. And so this was a very expensive, but it made the best bubbles and it was like a perfume smell for hours after you had the shower. You could still smell the smell. And I was like, okay, I'm taking too long in here, but it just smelled so good and felt so good and was so foamy and sudsy and everything. And now it's kind of like, I'll even buy more expensive body wash because it's like I want that experience of taking the shower and taking my time and taking care of myself.
And it doesn't have to be every time. Sometimes you just want to treat yourself. It doesn't have to be every time. No. Like sometimes you've got the grandbaby. You've got to just get in and shower and go. But sometimes it's nice to have that time for yourself. Yeah.
And I've got a new line, I guess. When I don't have the grandbaby, it's called take advantage of that time. So it's like whatever I can do for me in that time frame is what I'm going to do,
Right.
Because when she's here, I definitely focus on her. So got to take advantage of that time.
So Misha, you like that picture of Beans? I wasn't sure I could make him a cartoon character. Because people with skills do that kind of stuff. And I went, let me see what I can do. Yeah. So.
What?
Mindset shift. Here we go. That's one of the biggest things. Do you really want to do it? Write down three things you are grateful for. Write three things down you're grateful for. Sometimes that's so hard. Yeah. That is so hard. Especially when you're in a black hole. It is so hard to find three things. It's hard to find one thing. You know what I mean? And read a book in a magazine. And sometimes that just the 10 minutes of your mind being on something else. Like I was at the doctor's office the other day. and I read a book. I don't read books. That's Echo's thing. I read a magazine on Billy Gardini, something like that. He played Mike of Mike and Molly. I don't know if you guys ever saw that series, the TV
Uh-huh.
series.
I did.
Okay, he played Mike. Now he had surgery and he lost all kinds of weight. And so I was very interested in how his life has changed. So I had to read about that. So it was very interesting. Oh yeah, he's lost a lot of, you wouldn't even recognize him. You wouldn't even.
Wow.
But he has always been big, ever since
Mhm.
I remember in the
Yeah.
80s. I remember him. He was always been big. God, my girls, and the village. Yeah. There you go. There's three. There's three right there for you, honey.
That's right. Well, as
Yeah.
far as the reading books goes, that's my escape. I don't remember where I saw it at, but somebody said cleaning, cooking, or reading a good book. I guess I'll
Okay.
be reading. It's like, exactly. Sometimes those mundane household chores are not what you want to do with your time.
Yeah.
And sometimes just, reading a good book is a nice little break from reality, and you can travel the world. And I try to visualize the characters and where they're going and what they're doing, and I thoroughly enjoy it. Now, was it last weekend I think it was last weekend, my daughter and I went to a movie that was made from a book that we had read.
Uh-huh.
Usually when you read the book and then see the movie, they leave a lot out of the movie
Right.
because time frame, they can't, cover the whole book. This particular screenwriters and producers and director did an amazing job of putting in the important things that needed to be in the movie,
Uh-huh.
but the way that they showed it was even better than what I had put in my imagination. And
See,
usually
and
it's the
that's the
opposite.
problem is when you read a book, it's your imagination that's seeing
Right.
it. So when you visualize it on screen, usually it's not
And
cohesive. It's
this was a very heart touching movie. And when I read the book, I cried a couple times in the book.
uh-huh.
I boo-hooed that entire movie. And my daughter's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, it's so much more powerful seeing the movie than
Right.
even what I had imagined on my own, you know. So yeah, I definitely, and I make time in my life to read. It is a treat for me. And
Mhm.
plus my daughter buys the books, so I get to read them for free. So that's a good part. And you know what? When we first started reading the books together, we mostly read romances. And
Okay.
every once in a while, we would do like a thriller or a murder mystery or something.
Uh-huh.
She's getting to where, and that's what I like the best, is the thriller type things.
Okay.
And she's getting to where she likes them too. So now it's more 50-50. Um, that we're reading. So that's good. I enjoy that. I enjoy those ones where you got to think about it and try to figure out who did it.
But it's nice to go away into this imaginary world of a
Mm-hmm.
book just for a little while and just take your mind off of all that.
Yeah.
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 Welcome to the live. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Yes. Thank you, Stephanie.
But yeah, that's really good advice. These are really good. Humor boost. Yes.
Watch a short. Yeah. Hello, me. Watch a short, funny video. Look at photos that make you smile.
Mm-hmm.
And I have Bacon Bits has been sending me some of the goofiest stuff. But it does. It does. And I don't look at it every time he sends it. It's like hi Rudy. It's like when I'm feeling down, I'll go in there and I'll see them and I'm like, okay, Ben, thank you. You got me back up and going again. But yeah, even good memories, photos of your family, good memories, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Yep.
Yeah. So it does make a difference. Does make a difference. Oh, connection. Misha, are you here? Send a thoughtful text. It strengthens your bond. A little love during a daily grind
Yes.
makes such a difference. Such a difference. And like I said, listening and eating, okay, good, funny. Uh, like I said, uh, I'll just text a heart to somebody, and I'll just text a heart. That's all they need. Echo,
Mhm.
now it'll be a butterfly. I'll
Yeah.
text her a butterfly. But that's all they need. You know, if they're busy, they're at least they know
Hi,
somebody's there.
Regina.
Hi, Regina, honey.
Yes, and I love getting message, whether it's on Messenger or a text message or whatever it is, that somebody lets me know they were thinking about me or
Yeah,
something. It does
yeah,
make you feel good because you are connected to so many people, and sometimes we can get down and feel like we're all alone in this world.
right.
So just to know that you've got some folks in there that you can reach out to and they'll reach out to you, to me it makes all the difference.
And that you are important enough, and this is what you're telling them, that they are important enough in your world that you're thinking about them. Think of what that makes. You don't know if that person is low at that point where they need that. You don't
Right.
know that. You might
No.
be making a big old huge ripple. Yeah. And again, it strengthens the bond between you two because they're like, how did they know that? How did they know I needed that heart right then and there, you know?
And one
So
of the things I like to do is I like to make a little video of Anais and send
uh-huh.
it to different people that love her,
Uh-huh.
and let them know that, we were thinking about them or whatever. And
Right.
and sometimes, their response is like, how did you know I needed that today? It's like, just to see that smile just made my day, and things
Uh-huh.
like that. And that's why I do it, because it's when she was a baby, I sent pictures out almost every day, but she was stationary and I could get a good picture. Then when she started toddling and running around, everybody was like, "Oh, what happened to our daily pictures?" It's like, you try to catch her. It's like,
Right.
I'm lucky if I get a blur of her moving past. It's like, can't do it. So now that she understands what it means to take a picture or take a video, and I can get her to stand still for a second, to make a video, then I'll do that.
Right.
But my ex and his wife, they just love the fact that I will send them pictures or videos, and I make sure they get a birthday card from her and get art pictures that she's drawn and stuff like that. Because I know if it was reversed and I lived further away, I would
Right.
want them to do that for you know. So I try to keep that communication open, for them with her too. And oh boy,
Right.
you don't tell that child she's going to see her grandpa and nana until like the week before we're going, because she will every day. Is today the day I go to my grandpa's? It's like, no. How many more days until I get to go? It's like, honey, it's next
Right.
week. She
Thank
is
you.
cute,
Thank you. Thank you.
Regina. Thank you. She's my heart, I'll tell you.
Oh yes.
She
With
is.
every good reason. Every good reason. And watch for Fun with Granny. There's going to be a couple of dilly shorts that
Yes.
Anais did. So
I'm trying
be
to
watching for them.
put out some content on Chloe and on Fun with Granny. So we'll see. I'll try it one more time. If I can't make any headway, then I'm not going to do it, and I'll just have their stuff on my regular channel. Um, But yes, we hope this was helpful in some way. It is always helpful to me just to get to talk to y'all and see what is going on with everybody, and y'all share things with us and we try to share information with y'all. So I
Yeah.
thoroughly enjoy it.
You are loved, seen, and heard.
And
And that's
sometimes
just what we said about just sending that heart or the
that's
butterfly.
right.
Or Ben, I
Sometimes
sent
that's
him a
what you
tie.
need. Oh yes, she's definitely full of energy.
Join Echo next week for another installment of, drumroll please, Self-Care Sunday.
Yes, I will have a premiere next Sunday. Um, and then I'll be on vacation for a week, but then I'll be back the following Sunday, and Body Illusion will be back, and we'll do it all over again.
Okay. Okay, so what did you decide what you Stephanie, since we're here, let's put her on the spot. Did we decide what we were gonna do about trivia?
Yeah, you and Stephanie gonna do it.
Okay. We're gonna have to work that out, gals.
Yeah, yeah. You and Stephanie can
Because
figure
it's
out what kind of trivia you want to do, and she's got OBS, so she can put it on her channel, and you've got StreamYard, so you can do it on your channel, whatever, however y'all want to do it.
yeah.
And
Well, I didn't
yeah,
know if we want to still have it on your channel and then us, just so
well,
we
you can do that. You can do that too, can't you?
I'm not sure. We'll have to
I'm
look
not
into
sure
that.
either, but
We'll figure it out.
whatever y'all want to do, you can still, do Thursday trivia. I can drop a post saying where it's going to be, or whatever. Pray for my hubby, decision on his health problem. All right,
Oh no.
Miss Regina,
Okay.
we definitely will. Let's go ahead and put some prayer hands and some threes. Three,
Yeah,
three, three in
everybody.
there
Did
for
everybody
her.
hear that? Pray for my husband. Yeah. He needs some positive thoughts, some high energy.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank
All
you for
right,
sharing
and we will
that with
have
us, Regina. Thank you. I'm
we
sorry.
will have Bible trivia at 7 with Stephanie. And then Body Illusion is going to have a little relaxation musical thing after that. So, yes, message me, Regina. Um, and I said I was going to drop the link. Let me go and get it.
Okay. I don't know what link she's dropping, but
For
this is what we're here
tonight.
for. Let's share links. Let's
Yeah,
share channels. This is what it's all about.
there we go. All right, so that is the link for tonight for Body Illusions, kind of ASMR.
Uh-huh. That's basically what it is. Just
Yeah.
calming and stuff. Um, and then everybody, Bible trivia. Just don't forget that. Okay. And it's going to be here, same bat time as usual. Every other week, same bat channel.
Yes, we will. We will be back at 7. I'm going to eat something and
Good.
maybe rest a little bit, and then I
And
will
we
be
didn't plan
back.
these clothes, folks. We didn't plan these clothes.
Yeah, we just both felt springy. And this one, I don't know if y'all can see the bottom of it or not. No, maybe not.
Oh,
But
it's so
anyway,
cute. It's so full and flowy.
yeah, and it has a like an underlay
Oh, I
under
like
it.
that.
And I got some blue shorts on with it.
Oh, see? Hubba hubba ding
Very
ding.
springy.
Sister, you
Very,
got
very
everything.
springy. All right, y'all.
So glad everybody came, and I'm so glad we got to share this time with you. This is um this is very special. I think this Sunday thing is very special to me. Thank you for having me, Echo.
Oh,
yeah.
you are so well. You do everything for it. But the thing about it is that there are so many topics and so many things that, I haven't even thought about as it being self-care.
Mhm.
It's like there's so many things that we can do to help ourselves feel better and take care of ourselves. And, so many people think it's just the facials and getting a massage and so much more. So
Yeah. Well,
I'm
and
glad that
like
we're
Misha
doing it.
said, if you don't take care of yourself, how good are you to anybody else? You know, you are so much better to everyone else when your core feels better about you, if that makes sense to anybody.
I
Yeah.
think I
So
used to almost resent the
I
fact
never want
that
to look.
I took care of everybody else and didn't take care of myself, you know?
Oh, was it
So,
resent? Okay.
I think I was at that point of starting to feel, a little resentful. Like, look at all that I do for everybody else and who's doing for me? And
Oh
I
yeah.
wasn't
Oh,
even
yeah.
doing
I've
for
been down
me.
that road.
Yeah.
I've
So,
been down that. Yeah, I get that one. Yeah.
and
Uh,
it's like you kind of see a change in other people when you start taking care of yourself. I don't know if it's that they respect you a little bit more or what it is, but it's just like that dynamic changes a little bit,
it,
and it's like,
yeah, and
yes, I do
also
take
you're
care
looking
of
through different
myself.
eyes. Don't you look at people through different eyes as well? As well now,
Oh yeah,
you're like,
oh
I
yeah.
never noticed that before. Yes, suck it up. Suck it up. You don't have time. We don't want to hear it. Nope. That's not yeah. Oh, Alicia, hi. Can't chat, but leaving it to
Oh,
play.
hi,
Thank you.
Lisa. Um,
Yeah, we were just getting ready to go off, my love. So
yeah, yeah. We've been on an hour and 36 minutes.
and she's got to eat
I gotta
because
eat.
Stephanie is going to challenge her this evening. So she's got to build her strength.
At least I'm feeling better. I'll tell you what, there for a couple of weeks, I was feeling rough, but I didn't
Yeah.
want to not do the lives, but I was really feeling rough. But I definitely am getting my energy back and, feeling like I want to do something instead of just sleeping in the chair.
So are you going to turn Stephanie on to your new toys? Just going to wait till somebody gets the right answer and you're going to turn Stephanie on to the new
Oh no,
toys?
I already told her that I have them.
Oh,
Yeah. I
shoot.
know. I
Oh,
should
look
have
at somebody.
waited,
Why
and
won't
I
you get
should
it,
have waited
though?
and did it tonight and been like, "Oh, surprise!" But I go over into the YouTube studio and put up the poll,
Yes, she
and
does.
then I come back and I give the answer, and then Stephanie does the explanation, and then I'm
Right.
making the next poll. So I don't know if how much of that I'll be able to fit in there, but I'll probably do a little bit because I'm excited that I found out I could do it. So I sound a lot better. Yes, I definitely
Yes.
feel a lot
Well,
better.
she looks better. Look at her.
And I
I mean, she even went
definitely,
through the rosy
I
red face thing.
definitely don't want to be sick anymore.
Yeah.
I'm glad that our weather hopefully has broken and now we're going to be, summer won't be near as bad. Although we had pollen really high fall, lots of pollen. So I
Uh-huh.
was thinking, oh, maybe I need to take my allergy medicine during the summer months, but I don't really want to start back on it.
Yeah.
So
See how it goes.
kind of like
It's there
I'll
if you need it.
suffer through.
It's there if you need it.
Yeah, if I need it, I still have some. I
Yeah.
can take it if I need it, but I don't want to. Oh, and I did want to mention I am doing good taking my eye drops for my eyes.
Okay, good.
It's not burning and it's not making my sight blurry. So I just do it right before I go to sleep at night, no problem. And I do go back to the eye doctor the middle of April so they can check it again and see. And hopefully everything will be good and I'll just be taking eye drops because I don't know how I do what I do if I couldn't see. That would not be good for me. So
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, we will survive without that another sense, but we'd rather not. Rather not.
Yeah, I'd rather not. I'd rather not.
I
But
mean, to see that baby's face growing up, we
yeah.
just, yeah.
And I want to be able to drive because I want to be able to be independent. And if I
Yeah,
can't
that's
drive,
one
I
thing
don't
really.
know
Yeah.
how independent I'll be, you know?
Yeah.
I was talking to my girlfriend. We went to lunch the other day and I was talking about that, you know, I mean, I know I have a daughter. I know I can always go and stay with my daughter, but then it would be a life with a family. It wouldn't be me being independent. You know, it's like,
It
it's a
wouldn't be your
different,
life. You would be
yeah.
part of their life. If that,
Yes.
yeah.
And I'm like, I like my life the way it is right now. And I don't want that to have to change.
Yeah.
So I think it's nice to have that to fall back on, that if, you know, the economy gets too rough or whatever, and I have that option.
Uh-huh.
But I like having Granny's house for them to come to and then leave.
Well, Anais does too, because it's two different worlds. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? So
Yeah.
at Grandma's house, I can do this, and at the home, I do this, and yeah. So it's two different worlds.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And she's finally realizing that things are, it's different when it's at Granny's house as opposed to at, you know, her own house. So
Uh-huh.
and that's something I didn't have growing up, and my daughter didn't have it growing up, and so I really wanted her to have that, you know.
Right.
So
Yeah, I
and
told
a
Ella,
lot
I
of,
said, give me a mother-in-law home. You know, get a house, and then just give me a mother-in-law. You put me over the garage, whatever. You know, so we still have our separate space, but still,
yeah,
you know. But yeah, he's like,
yeah.
nah, I'm not gonna do that for you.
Well, I
Thanks,
mean,
Dad.
even that might be a little too close, you know. I
Yeah,
mean, we're 20 minutes apart, 20 miles apart. And I like it when I'm not the one driving the 20 miles.
right.
You know, when they're driving here, it's like I like it. But when I'm the one having to go there, I'm like, man, I wish I lived closer. But
Right.
their town is bigger, noisier, dirtier. You know, I don't like their town.
Oh, okay.
You know, I live out in the country. You know,
Oh,
it's
okay.
like a very small town, not a lot going on, quiet, peaceful, and I like that. You
Uh-huh.
know, and when I go to their town, I'm always like, look at the traffic, and it's like, gets my blood pressure up. It's like I
There you
don't
go.
like
Yeah.
that. You know, I I mean, I very rarely pass anybody on the road because I take a country road to go to town. And I mean,
Right.
I very rarely ever pass anybody, you know, and it's just, I get there and it'd be 5 o'clock and I'm trying to leave the town and it's the 5 o'clock traffic. Everybody's trying to get out of there because work is done, you know, and I'm sitting there stopped waiting, you know, and I'm like, man, I cannot do this every day.
And I don't mind
But
traffic. I don't mind traffic. I don't mind rush hour, but don't stop. I don't want to stop on the freeway. I don't care if I'm moving, rolling 2 miles an hour, as long as I'm moving. But if I'm completely stopped, that's when I get frustrated. I'm like, no, let's just, if we just feel like I'm progressing even a little bit, I feel
well,
better. But that stopping on the freeway is just, yeah.
unfortunately, here they're doing a lot of road construction,
Yeah.
and I think it's because we had those hurricanes, and now they're finally, you know, getting the funds and able to be
Mhm.
doing some things, and so they're doing a lot of road construction, and the people. You know, you drive this road every day back and forth to work. You know the road construction's there. You know one lane is going to be closed from time to time. So get over. But no, they wait and then they want to cut in front of you.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, excuse me, I'm trying to get out of this town. You can
But
pull in
again,
behind me.
you were mentioning it the other day, and they're putting one down about 3 blocks from me, and
The
it's at a
roundabout.
fire. They're putting it at a fire station. So
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
I don't think it's going to take very long to change that out just because of the location. Usually it'll take them a year or two. But that whole corner is tore up. Nobody knows how to get off the hill because that's the main drag. And
Yep.
and I'm like, it's not going to change anything. Nobody can do a turnabout.
No.
Nobody around here knows how to do a turnabout. They put them in everywhere and nobody knows how to react to them. You know,
Nope.
they don't know
They
how
don't.
to yield. They don't know how to merge. They just panic.
And I'm like, it's going to have more accidents and more people aggravated. And now my daughter will go the other way and go further out of her way to cut back and not have to go through that area.
See?
And it's on the way out of town. And I basically go that way,
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, well, I guess I could find another route maybe. But it's aggravating. And
Yeah.
people just are like, what do you do? What
They
do you
panic.
do? Well,
They
we're
panic when they
used
get,
to it.
what do I do? What do I do?
Traffic light telling
You just
us,
merge. You just flow with the circle. You just flow with
Yeah.
it. I mean, uh, what? England, they have them all over the place. What are you supposed to do there?
Well,
They do it all
and
the time. They've done it for hundreds of years.
every time we are on a
It's
trip somewhere and there'll be one, Alice will be like, I don't know what to do. When do I go? And I'm like, it's like a right away, a yield. You stop, they get to go. When they're not there, you go. It's
Right.
like that
You
person
merge.
goes, then you
You
go,
merge.
then they
You
go,
merge.
then
You
they
merge. You stay
Yeah.
back far enough where you can catch their speed and you merge right in with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yet she's the girl that didn't want to drive on the interstate either.
Okay. All right. I
It's
couldn't
like
wait. I couldn't wait.
you got to learn how to,
Yeah.
You can't go your whole life and never get on interstate. And she just didn't like the idea of having to speed up. I guess she felt like it was, she wasn't going to have enough room to get up to speed before to merge into the traffic.
Oh,
And
so
she was
that merging
afraid
is what's
the-
spooked her. So,
Yeah, because she was afraid the road was going to end and she would have not gotten over,
Yeah.
And I'm
Most
like,
people will let you in. Most people will let you
yeah,
in.
most people
If you
see
show
when
initiative to try to get in, most people will let you in.
Yeah. And most people know if they're coming up to an exit, go ahead and get over into the middle lane so that the oncoming traffic can get in, But she would just panic. And I'm like, don't panic. Just get up to speed, and
Right.
look in the mirror, make sure nothing's there and get over,
Right.
Now she does it beautifully. But at first, the first time we had to drive to Atlanta and here I'm injured,
Atlanta's
so I'm
crazy.
not driving.
Atlanta is crazy.
Yeah.
Atlanta
we had to get from here.
is so congested. It is a crazy city. It is just chaotic. Yeah.
But
I've
we had to
driven
get
that
from here
a couple of times
to Atlanta. And I'm like, and we picked the worst day to go. There was a hurricane. All the people in Florida were coming up into Georgia. There were gas stations running out of gas, closing down because so much influx of people from Florida. And traffic that should have taken us 3.5 hours took us like 6 hours.
Okay.
And we were like, stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. And I had like a 2:00 in the afternoon appointment. We left that morning thinking we'll get there, have lunch, go to the doctor. No, I had to call the doctor's office because we were not going to be there by my appointment. And then we didn't know how bad that trip was going to be. So we didn't plan to spend the night. So then we had to drive back home after the doctor's appointment. So it was a long, long day. After that, we stayed the night. Every time we went, we stayed the night, came home the next day. We learned, not to think you can do something in a small amount of time. Always give yourself more time.
Especially
yeah,
when
I
you go
think
to
we
Atlanta.
made-
You never know. I mean, it may not be rush hour. It may not be rush hour.
It-
It may
yeah,
be
well-
in the middle of the day. But that's why the reason they call them accidents. Accidents happen. and then that'll shut down the freeway or whatever,
Yeah.
heaven forbid an accident happens, but still, I mean, yeah.
So we learned it. I think we made about 8 trips overall by the time I had my surgery and my follow up and everything. And she can drive perfectly on the interstate, but that first day, that was a trying situation. And we're halfway there, afraid we're going to run out of gas, sitting still in traffic. The time is ticking away.
Mine
Like,
is
okay.
mine isn't running out of gas. Mine is I gotta pee. I gotta pee. These people gotta get out of my way because I gotta pee. Don't these people know I gotta pee? I gotta go.
Well, and we wouldn't normally have to worry about running out of gas, but because of the hurricane and
Uh-huh.
all the extra people coming up, the gas stations were just, they weren't prepared. Nobody ever is prepared for a hurricane,
No.
you know. So everything is always uh,
But
messed
see,
up.
hurricanes baffle me. I'm earthquake people.
Yeah.
How can you prepare for an earthquake? It's not like you get notices in the weather reports or anything. It just kind of throws it at you, and then you kind of get the broom and clean up the mess. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
So,
not easy to prepare for that. But most of the time here in Georgia, we don't get the hurricane damage. We just get the influx of people, you
oh,
know.
okay, right.
So the ones that we've had that actually caused us damage were like, oh, no, we don't like a hurricane. That's why I don't live in Florida. I don't
Right.
want to be near the hurricanes. But it happens.
Yeah, and leaving your home. I can imagine boarding up your home and leaving your home and not knowing if it's going to be there when you get back. And
And what do you take with you? And what,
yeah,
whew,
what is important to you? Well,
yeah.
there's things that are important to you, but you still have to live. So you need water, and you need this, and you need that. But I still want my family pictures with me, and I want,
Mhm.
it's
Yeah. So
yeah,
it's not pleasant. But
yeah.
anyway. All right, y'all. We are going to get out of here and we will see you later tonight. Bye.